Thanks for staying with us. So we saw a story that caught our attention from Diary of a Nigerian Girl. And it was about a young man who had a talent from the time he was very little. And the father recognized that talent and nurtured that talent. He became an adult. And, you know, the talent now started paying off. And he won, recently won 2 million prize, a prize of 2 million for that particular talent. And after a while, the father had come to him to ask for money for something, but he didn't give him because according to the story, he said he had fixed the money somewhere and was not able to help. Then the sister came again at some point to ask for money because they needed, you know, some things with the money, and he wasn't able to withdraw the money to pay for the sister. And so the father took it to heart and was, according to the sister, when she was relaying the story to him, said the father was very upset. And he said a few things like, you're now becoming proud because you won 2 million, you know, you are no longer taking care of your family. You're supposed to use the money to take care of your family. And in his own mind and his calculation was, this money is all I have left to my name. And I'm going to make more money in future and will be able to help my family. But right now, this is just all I have. Sister advised him to share the money, maybe into two, and give the father some bits of it. Or he could have given the father the money, you know, from the beginning when he won that money. So I want to get your thoughts on this issue of how entitled do we think the father is? How ungrateful do we think the son is? You know, this matter can play out in different ways. What are your thoughts on the story so far?
Okay, so, you know, when I read the story, when I saw the story, I saw, you know, our culture at play in different ways. So we have this culture, I don't know if you have it in your families, like when a young child finally starts to earn money, usually that very first salary is given, is shared amongst family members. It's not a lot, in my own family, it's not a lot of money. It can even be as little as 1,000 naira. You just share it to aunties, uncles. You know, I finally gotten to a place where I'm able to take care of myself. These are all the people that were
supported me,
involved in raising me, and my own little appreciation. The money does nothing. It's not enough to do anything, but it just shows that it comes from a certain place. So I understood the part of, okay, you have gotten something finally, give to your parents. Now, how much of it, because in this story they were saying that you should give half. I don't agree. And I feel that a parent should not even rely on a child to do that. Now, this child also said, I put it in here so that, you know, we can build on it. Yeah. Secondly, this person also said, I come from a family where we're okay. It's not as if we're in penury and I have to take care of my family members. We've all gone to school. Yes, some of us are still trying to figure out a way in life. My family, my parents still are able to take care of themselves. So they're not in desperate need for money, you know. And I feel that this is where, you know, we can balance culture and, you know, and modern life. So what I would say to the parent is, allow a child to, especially if you have a child that's a good child. The child did not use the money to buy drugs. The child did not use the money to play betting and all the gambling, you know. The child is investing the money and hoping for more investment. Encourage a child like that. If you're in dire need of money, it is so important that you want, you know, that there's nowhere else you could have gotten money. Then sit with your child and have the conversation. You, child, communicate with your parents. You know, our parents too need to hear from us. And when the more they hear from us, they will understand us better. You know, let's not just assume that, because I think a lot of younger people just assume parents are know all, be all, and everything. They should get it, you know. You have to sit with your parents and talk to them, let them understand. But there's this thing where we're seeing a lot of it recently, where there seems to be somewhat pressure from adults or parents on a child that is growing and trying to build themselves. There's a danger of killing that child or killing that dream or killing that hustle before it materializes to the point that it can help the whole family.
Take care of you. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah. Who's ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, so in our culture, Nigerian culture, what we mostly do is this. We train our kids with the hope that they will come back and reciprocate, yes, and do, you know, whatever it is that we want them to do for us and all. Like, particularly like my dad will always tell you, I don't need anything from you. Make sure you are okay. be financially okay. My dad has planned his life till, say, he's 70, till he even goes beyond. He has planned his life. He does not ask us for anything because he has been able to adjust to whatever it is, his pension, whatever it is that he's receiving, he has adjusted himself to it. This thing is in our culture, this fact that a child will go, you know, be bringing money, be sending money home and all. And maybe the child is struggling. He's really struggling. He does not have much money and all. And then, you know, he's going to have his own life to live and everything, especially now that the economy and the way the country is difficult. And then you now come and tell the child, bring so amount of money. And maybe the child has planned to do 1 or 2 things, you know, and everything. So I think we should just reduce the pressure, especially parents. We should just reduce the pressure and that expectations of the fact that, my child will, I'm going to train my child so that my child will come back and come and do stuff for me. I think we should start, you know, eliminating it and start doing something for ourselves.
I like that. Nima.
So it's not every skill or talents that you have that you get paid for or recognized for. If you enter the streets, people talent, yeah, we clear. People plenty talents that, you know, they have not break or their time to blow have not reached. And how do I even put it in?
Their money
have not come. They have not broken out with it, with their talent, and they're carrying it around. Some people die with their talent. They never get recognized. So when you have a child who God, for one reason, for the love of God in her life, is merciful, is blessed and graced, and they get recognized for that talent, it means that God wants to give them a buffer, a platform into life. You save it, you nurture it for the child. You don't, no matter how irresponsible or entitled you are as a parent, you save it for that child because there are bigger things that life will throw at them. Especially when a child is 10 and gets that recognition, save it. My cousin had best JAM results, and she had gone on to do HND. She graduated with a distinction from Yabatech, went to Unilag, graduated with the first class in her department, the first of its kind. And I remember then, for her score in JAM, Cowbell had given her an award, a fund. My uncle just nurtured it. Everybody, and I don't arrive. My uncle just kept looking at them like this. My cousin went on, as if she continued to break records. This is my cousin. I'm sure she's watching. Now she come for Ilea, she cannot cook anything. You see her inside my father's books. She's a bookworm. She'll be there. Reading. When you come, it's your turn. This is what you'll be doing, because I will be upset that all of us girls are at the backyard cooking. I'm coming. See, she leaves. She'll eat, she'll do everything, but she's in her books. And she did not fail us, because that book that she's inside, that's what God gave her. So my uncle nurtured it. I'm always very proud about how it saved. When she was time for her, anytime it was time, she could fund her schooling with all the scholarships that she was getting. She could continue in life with it. As far as she wanted. Yes, and you know, there are many people like that, brilliant, you know, but they don't get that opportunity. When that opportunity approaches you in life, you grab it for the benefit of that child. You don't take the child and say, how will your child borrow you money? You won't send a message. You won't send her into streets. You know, because you know they have it. Your role as a parent is to protect it. You don't even allow the conversation of if you have shared 10% from a sibling to that child. You don't expose that child, because life can be tough. Imagine that it was her friends who helped her nurture, and then they are discussing how she did not share 10% with them. You as a parent, that's not your own duty, is to make sure that that conversation never happens. And I am proud of the fact that the father helped her nurture that gift that God gave her, but that he expected something from it. You know, that's reward for job somehow. So give her time to maturity. She owes him. Yes, she does. I did not come and say that here. We all are. You know, he owes him. I did not say that. But let her be able to use what life has helped her with. Because I can see this family that things are not really good. So you don't eat with all your 10 fingers what God has given that child. That child might need to own that particular talent to fulfillment. And if you take from now what the funds are, so some schools will give a child scholarship. They'll say this child has won $1 million, all these platforms, all these brands, they'll give the child. When the child, they'll say all those monies are, the amounts will be channeled to the scholarship for the education, we channel to the education of the child. And you see some parents will frown it. You won't carry the money, go out, go take chop
now.
with all your 10 fingers, you know. it's just somehow on this particular one.
Yeah.
Leave this child, let her or him sharpen that skill
and
fully mature it to the point where you cannot say, you know, look back. This is family, because they can miss their ways. If a group of young guys had this clique in my neighborhood, and I used to watch them, then one of them decided, oh, I don't need to go to school, I want to start a business. The rest would just come and sit with him at his business every single day. Unknown to the parents, when he's done, they take their share. They are not helping him do anything. They just sit with him at his business every day. Then he would, you know, when I notice it now, as usual, and I don't know how to manage your business, I called the parents that, is this how this boy is going to be? Because he's not going to be young forever.
To make it.
You know, he's not going to, he's not reinvesting, he's not growing. Because of this one thing he has pulled out and successfully started, he has not fully achieved it. He's not saving up. What of expansion plan, all of those things. So the parents now started having that conversation with him. Something now, he didn't see it immediately. Something now happened where the friends called him. They are so proud. How much do you have? And they all left him. All of them.
Oh, no.
God pushed them out new.
No, but he needed to happen for him to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I remember that day he won't listen. So every evening we'll take them, after they close the business, we'll take them. Money. And drink, all of them. You can't do any other life.
There was something that, you know, I always share that helped me and my husband stabilize. Was because of the fact that both parents on both sides understood that these were young people and we have to allow them to grow and build so that they are strong. Now, when you are able to help, you can now, because you cannot be struggling to stand and be struggling to pull somebody. You can, when you are standing well, you're grounded, you can now pull people. And they never demanded, and even when I graduated from school and everything, my first salary, everything, they never demanded for anything. My father would just say, let me pray for you. And that was it. And his parents as well never demanded for anything. It was after a few years, we had gotten married to how many? Well, it's 7 to 8 years. When I now realized that, these people may not be with us forever. We have to start doing something. And he said, oh, that's true. It didn't occur to us. Like you said, you can actually forget. But then one day, I said, I should put these people on a form of salary, right? Because now I'm doing it without stress. There's an ease of doing it. It's joyful for me to, I'm paying a lot of people. I just add everybody collects their payments, you know. And they received it with so much joy. They are receiving it not because they need it, but because of the blessing. You know, the joy of, I finally got him. My father calls his own pension. My pension has entered, oh, God bless you, you know, because they gave us that space. And growing up, I had friends who their parents did not give that space to stand. From immediately, some from university, they were sending money home.
Yes.
Sending money home. They had to do different things to be able to make money and send home. So while they were training themselves, they were sending money home. Some immediately they finished and got that first job. Every family member lined up. Until today, it's still a struggle. And I feel bad that these parents are not paying attention to how their children are struggling. And some of them were not poor, that they could not take them of themselves. It was just that entitlement of, Nami born you, I raised you. You should be able to give me this. What advice, because we're coasting down, time is going, do we now give to parents on how to allow their children stand? On how to raise them? You're supposed to, is your job, like you said, protect them. Love them unconditionally, not based off of what you will get at the end of the day. Ramatu said, you raise them because you want them to now be your retirement plan. That is unfair to the children.
That one I have objection.
What's your objection?
No, I don't have it to say.
Okay.
So me, I have objection.
What's the objection?
They say, a journey. The money I'm spending to send my children to school is thrift I'm contributing. Is my contribution? No,
that's wrong.
It's me that will pack it. I will not die for somebody else to pack it. Did they beg you to burn them? No, auntie, that one, that debate, don't even start it.
We will start it. You decided to give birth to them.
The upbringing the investment, the everything I'm putting into my children while I'm alive, in my lifetime, in good health, I'll pack it. Amen.
Yeah, no,
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
We agree. We will always pack it.
So,
but don't start with the mindset of
you have the mindset because it's Madam Universe.
Are you going to start?
You that is telling me now, should not have mindset. No, I will not demand.
No, this is not what she's saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Break it down so that people will understand.
No. My business is not to demand. At least not when my child is not even mature.
Yeah.
When my child reach one stage, I know I will call the child. I learn from the best. Hello, where's my alert? I've not seen it. That's where I want to do.
That's okay. That's
so,
right.
but in this, as you have said, nurture your child, because you see this money we are talking about. In this case, it's even annoying.
Yeah.
It's 2 million. You will finish.
Killing money in a twinkle of an eye.
Finish.
Yeah.
And imagine that child has not fully matured with that skill, and they come back to you, Daddy, money for maybe it's music now.
Money for studio
session. I want to blow, promote. I want to market. You know, all those kind of things. Or you know, that's you, and you feel anytime the child remembers that money, that will further cause a rift.
Yeah.
So there's a timing for when you harvest.
Miriam.
Oh, okay. Do I have time?
Yeah,
okay.
we're just wrapping up.
So I was just going to say that we have a culture that is good, which is we raise our children to remember that they have family, you know, with a sense of responsibility for their family. But also we've come to a point in time, especially now, where I'm seeing families also abuse that sense of responsibility that we have put in the younger ones. Abuse in such a way that before the child is strong enough, before the child is old enough, we're already demanding them of things, you know, that they are struggling to do.
Yeah.
Instead of allowing, you know, when you plant it's like when you plant your corn, from when it's having ears and you're breaking it down, it will not grow into a full cup.
Yes.
So what you need to do is allow that child grow and be strong enough to, you know, reinvest. I use the word reinvest in you. But really, what you get from your child, the joy is not in how much money they give you. It's in the fact that you have raised a full human being, a wholesome human being that can wake up, earn a living, and also have something to give back. Yes. That is what we want, and that's what I encourage Nigerians to do.
Thank you so much, ladies. We've had a wonderful show today, and that's all we can take on the show. Your View Pidgin continues tomorrow. Don't miss it, and have a lovely Easter break. Bye-bye now.